I 27 meters think my son's new friend could be his half-brother. I'm not 100% sure, but the similarities are starting to scare me. After graduating from high school, I hooked up with one of the alumni. She was 26 that used to help out at all the school events. But then I found out she had a boyfriend and we broke up. At that time, me and my ex were already hooking up too, and she got pregnant months after. My son's 7, he meets a new friend that he hangs out with after school. The kid is like 8-ish because he's a grade above my son. And guess who his fucking mom is? We met a couple times picking our kids up and she avoids me. It's not her avoiding me that has me suspicious because OFC it's awkward anyways with an ex. It's that him and my son have so many similar features. The way that they smile, hair, skin color, the shape of their eyes and nose are so similar to mine. And everyone in my family always say my son looks exactly like me when I was a kid. Far as I know, haven't heard of any dad around, and her ig doesn't show anyone else. I get this as something to bring up to her at all. We didn't end things well at all, and she hated me even though she was the one who was a cheater to her boyfriend. Should I ask her about it at all, or is this just one of those things to leave alone? I'd hate to think I have a kid out there not to know about, but if it's gonna hurt him more, then I'm not sure. Edit. Stop telling me to covertly get a DNA test on a minor without anyone's consent. Update. I 27 meters think my son's new friend could be his half-brother. I guess I was right in the end. He's mine. This whole freaking time I had another kid. Lucky that his mom was willing to talk to me about this. It wasn't easy not doing this in front of the kids, but I managed to ask her to meet up alone to talk. When I asked her the obvious, she started crying. And she said when we broke up she found out about the pregnancy but thought her boyfriend back then was the father. But she revealed the cheating to him and they did a paternity test after she gave birth. He wasn't the father, so he left. Then she didn't want to say nothing to me because we weren't in contact anymore, and she knew I didn't want to see her again, so she thought at the time maybe I'd reject my son. Holy duck, was I pissed. When we were talking about this, I was half yelling, crying over the whole thing. No matter how many times she told me sorry for assuming I wouldn't want anything to do with him, that act still made me miss out on my son. Because now we were in this sort of ducked up scenario of our kids being friends and not knowing he's also my kid. My ex still hasn't stopped apologizing. I'm trying not to stay mad at her. She seems like she really regrets it, and so far she's agreed to everything I've asked. Paternity test for starters, where we got the proof I'm his biological dad, wanting to spend time with him, let him know I'm his dad. None of this has been easy. The kids seem to be having a better time adjusting. My son just thinks it's cool right now to suddenly have a big brother. But I think when that excitement wears off, there will be more stuff to deal with. My eldest is more shy around me. Back then he didn't really care. She already told him I'm his dad, and we did a one-on-one meeting recently. Got to know him better and do something together, just me and him. It was a nice time. He still comes over with my son so they can hang out, or I see them together after school. Guess for me it's been hard seeing him. And knowing we still have a long way to go to building an actual relationship. Wish we could have had that since the beginning. It's still so trippy thinking about it though. My son unknowingly became friends with a kid he didn't even know was his half-brother. Then what if I knew about him back then? Would my youngest even exist right now if she would have told me? My mind goes down the rabbit hole with that one. At least this hasn't affected their friendship. I'm hoping it stays strong the more I get to be part of his life and he becomes more part of our lives. Redditor's reactions story 2 after. Redditor 1, yeah, missing out is a damn shame for you both, but I am simultaneously happy that both kids exist and are not just brothers, but actually like each other as people. That's pretty great. Remember that you will have more time with your new son in the future than time you have missed. Enjoy the next 60 years of being a dad to these two boys. Op answer, I am too. Even if I didn't know about him until a few months ago with the suspicion that he's mine, I'm glad he's my son. Glad for both my sons. Still feels crazy saying that. Redditor 2, How's your current wife taking this? Or are you in a relationship? Op answer, I'm not in a relationship. It's just me and my son, his mom isn't involved in his life right now. Story 2, Cheating X28F texted me 29 and 6 months after breakup. What should I do? Last year I discovered that my then GF of 1 year was using Tinder and has cheated on me. We lived together ATM. Here is how the breakup happened. I confronted her in person. She kept lying to my face, until I just threw apartment keys at her and walked away. She then texted me with angry messages, calling me names and denying it. Later she acknowledged the cheating, but said that that guy meant nothing to her, and I am the jerk for ducking up the relationship. Later she came up with half-ass half-apology for lying, said that she is in the wrong, but still tried to gaslight me that I overreacted and got the whole thing completely wrong. During these interactions I tried to act cold, tried not to show emotions, did not raise my voice, did not call her names, etc., but deep down I was exploding. And all these time I felt that all these words were left unsaid. She cheated on me and tried to guilt-trip me in a very ugly fashion. And I really feel like I haven't stood up for myself. Now she's texting me. I haven't even opened the message, only saw it on preview. She's trying to look friendly. Added smileys and stuff. I really want to tell her a lot of bad words to her. All that have been boiling inside of me all this time. I wrote it out in a text file, and it is a bunch of spiteful sentences, and it looks pathetic as I reread it, since someone would put so much energy into that text. I know it's coming from the bad place, but I feel like I was hurt really bad and I bottled up my response. And now is my chance to lash it all out on her. If I won't do it, I feel like it'll keep on boiling inside of me. Is it even worth it to be the bigger man in this case? I am very confused now. I'd love to hear some thoughts about what should I do. Update. Wow, thanks for all the support and advices. I really needed someone with a cold mind to give me an outside opinion. It means a lot to me, even though you are the strangers from the internet. I did not open the message from X, and an hour later she texted me again. She tried to blame me again, lol. It goes something like this: I must have been too naive to think that we are not enemies, and that you would respond. Don't bother blocking me here. I'll never text you again. Some context: I blocked her everywhere soon after breakup. She reached me via this older messenger, which older people use in my country. I use it only to stay in touch with parents, and my landlord. I am not opening that message. And I really don't want to see or talk to her. Your comments really helped me to look at it from different angle, and I am happy that I did not reply to her and went to Reddit instead, lol. It feels good now, like I've had some kind of closure. Hope it will last. Anyway, I'll be fine. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, best thing to do is to ignore her and don't even give her the satisfaction that she can make you emotional. She is in your past, let her stay there. Op answer, thanks, friend. I've calmed down, read through the comments, and I am not texting her back. I honestly don't want to. Also, she texted me again, lol. I wrote an update. Redditor 2, answering her in any kind of way will surely give her satisfaction. In some cases, ignorance is the best. Op answer, thank you. I really needed someone else's opinion. I am glad that I did not act on impulse. And instead on lashing out on X, I just vented on Reddit. Redditor 3, the BTCH blamed you for ducking up the relationship, but not her cheating. Leave it on read. That'll be more damaging than anything. Redditor follow-up, reminded me of this video I saw. A guy gave his GF a paternity test. He got done proving he isn't their daughter's father. She first denied it, saying she is his daughter. It scientific proof. How are you even going to try to deny it? Then she started asking him, why did you do this to us? Real narcissist asset, like WTF are you talking about? I did this to us? Redditor 4, I'd open the message so she knows you've read it and then delete it and block her. Sounds petty, but she needs to understand that she has no control over you or how you react. She can be as nice as she wants now. Doesn't change that she cheated, and in the worst way by using a dating app. She lied and was gaslighting you, manipulative and not even remorseful. Keep that unsent text to yourself. She doesn't deserve to know how you feel. Redditor follow-up. I understand the psychological aspect of your suggestion, but to not even listening to her BS will do far more damage, as all cheaters are narcissists, and narcissists can't stand being ignored or thought of as unworthy of any consideration.